Well, good evening, everybody in Radio Land, and welcome to the very first ever Camp Nicolet podcast. It's Radio Northwoods at Camp Nicolet. Very special guests on show number 1 tonight. I've got Amelia, Maggie, and Edie here in the studio, and we're going to have a great time with you. We're going to talk about all the awesome things going on camp. We're going to play a couple songs from Miley Cyrus and also from Magic. That's coming your way on the first ever podcast at Camp Nicolet right here at RadioNorthwoods.com.
Woo!
Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
You guys pumped to be on the radio?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you know that you were the first ever campers to be on a podcast?
No,
Pretty
no.
cool.
How do you feel about that?
That's pretty awesome.
That's great.
Well, I'm excited to hear all about what you've been up to at Camp Nicolet in the last basically 24 hours and change since you've been here. And let's start with you first to tell us who you are, where you're from, and what did you bring to the show tonight?
I'm Amelia. I'm from Michigan, and today I'm going to talk about skiing, trips, and my cabin.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to hearing all about skiing. How about you, seat number 2?
I'm Maggie from Ohio, and I'm going to be talking about the food, weather, and small craft.
The weather's been pretty good, hasn't it?
Yes.
Love it. Looking forward to coming back and talking to you. And you, ma'am, right in front of me, seat number 3.
Hi, I'm Edie from Illinois, and I'm going to be talking about cabin night, electives, and trips with Amelia.
Awesome. Well, hey, let's give our guests a big round of applause. We do have a studio audience tonight. Studio audience, welcome, welcome. All right, back to you, Amelia, and skiing. How's skiing been? We had a wavy hot dog day. How's it gone for you?
Well, skiing was pretty nice. Today the lake was flat, and I was able to get up on slalom. So
Right
that was
on.
fun.
How long have you been slaloming at camp?
I think last year was the first time I slalomed, and I think the year before is when I started dropping.
Oh, okay, so you've been working on this for a little bit. Are the ski instructors nice?
Yeah.
Good. The boats are cool?
Yeah.
Good, that's good. Maggie, how about you? What's our first order of business here tonight?
I'm going to talk about the food, and the food is especially good because we have some really new cooks, and they have really, really good food. And then if you have food allergies, they're like really nice, and they'll give you like different food that's
No way.
better. Yeah.
Right on. So if I'm allergic to macaroni and cheese, potentially I could get a different kind of meal.
Yeah.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
Good. Edie, how about you? What are you bringing to the show tonight? Number 1.
I'm going to talk about cabin night, and so it's one of the different things you do after dinner, and you just kind of get to hang out with your cabin and do fun things.
Oh, okay. Cool. So in your time at camp, I know you've been here at camp for a few years before, and hug right up on that microphone. What have been some of the most memorable cabin nights that you've done?
We pranked another cabin.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and then one time we went swimming.
So like outside of special swim time, you went swimming.
Yeah.
Nice. Was it like getting sunset out? It was nice?
Yeah, it was really nice.
Cool. And fun to do it with just your cabin, right?
Yeah, and that same night before going swimming, we did tramp ball, which was fun.
Oh, you did? Okay, so you got all hot and sweaty on the tramps and then went for a dip.
Yeah.
Super cool.
I'm going to talk about my cabin.
Okay, now where are you this year? What cabin are you in?
I'm in Pines.
Nice. We have a Pines counselor in the audience tonight. Let's give a big welcome to Bridget, who's one of the Pines counselors tonight.
Yeah. Woo!
Cabin Pines, a lot of returners in Pines this year, but a couple new faces too, right? Mm-hmm. Tell me more.
My camp sister, Leah, she is a first year this year.
Okay.
But I have a lot of friends from previous years, so it's really nice because I'm able to like meet new people and talk to some old friends.
Awesome. What's the coolest thing you guys have done together so far?
We played a lot of games a couple days ago. We played card games, and then we had some board games like Apples to Apples, so that was pretty fun.
It's not apples to oranges. Apples to apples. Maggie, what about you? How's your cabin? How's Juniper?
Juniper is really fun, and the cabin's brand new, so it's really, really nice.
What? It's new? How'd they do that?
Well, every year they redo one of the cabins, and they redid ours last year, and it's really nice, and the bathroom is huge.
Really? Expanded bathroom facilities?
Yes.
I didn't think camp and nice bathrooms were synonymous, one and the same.
No, I didn't think that either, but then I came back, and it was really, really nice.
Magic. The cabin gnomes renovated Juniper. Love it. Sorry, I stole your topic. What's your second topic?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the weather. So yesterday it was really windy, but we got to go on the hot dog for skiing, and it was really, really fun, and it was still warm outside.
Okay.
And then today it was really, really warm outside, and it was perfect, and it wasn't too sunny, but it wasn't too cloudy, and it was perfect.
And why is hot dogging fun?
You go like up and down a lot, and you like get shoved around. And if you want to fall off, you get to fall off, and it's like really, really fun.
Okay.
And I like that Maggie's talking about weather, because one of my favorite things about camp
Yeah.
is that no matter the weather, you always do something fun.
Nice. Super cool. But the weather overall has been pretty nice, right?
Yes, definitely.
Good. We haven't had to lapse into rainy day programming type quite yet, have we?
Not yet.
No. Edie, what was your second topic tonight?
My second topic was electives.
Oh,
Electives is another thing you do after dinner or before dinner, so...
sure.
Yeah, and there are a lot of different kinds of electives, and they're all really fun. Like, there's one where you get to go, like, supping or canoeing to, like, Tiger's Tail, which is a sandbar in the middle of the lake, and,
Sure.
like, you get to walk along Tiger's Tail. Another one, you get to do s'mores and hiking.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are really fun.
Camp's kind of a party, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yes,
And you guys came with a song request tonight, didn't you?
we did.
Yeah.
What are we going to listen to tonight?
Party in the USA.
By Miley Cyrus.
Right on. And what radio station are we on?
Northwoods radio station.
That'll work.
Miley Cyrus.
And what was the song?
Party in the USA.
And what's the radio station?
Radio
Northwoods.
Northwoods.
At Camp Nicolet. Here we are, guys. Summer 2014. Pretty cool. Studio applause. Here we go. Good. So some of you are here just for 2 weeks. Some of you are here for 4 weeks. And trips are part of camp when you're here for second session and third session. And I understand a couple of you guys might be headed out on some trips.
One of them's in Sylvania.
That's right. You've been on Sylvania, right?
Yeah, that was really. It was a canoeing trip, and so there's a lot of little lakes, and you get to go canoeing and portaging, which is like carrying the canoe around.
Right. And you were strong. You helped portage a canoe, didn't you?
Yep.
Right on. And you're trying to convince your buddy Amelia over there to do a trip, aren't you?
I want to go on Pictured Rocks or Porkies.
I went on Porkies, which is hiking in the Porcupine Mountains.
Yeah.
And that was my favorite one so far. I've only been on 2, but I really like that one.
It's okay to be realistic. What was challenging about Porky's for you?
There were definitely a lot of mosquitoes.
There were.
Every night you have to get in the water, and usually the water's really cold.
Have to. That's like the monster fun thing to do at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's really fun once you get used to the water.
And where did we swim on Porky's?
I forgot.
Yeah, Lake Superior. Remember Lake Superior?
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
And then the Big Carp River, which is super nice. In fact, it's so warm when you get there that steam rises from the river. It's so warm.
Yeah.
You don't believe me, do you?
I don't remember that one.
So, Amelia, the prospect of all these trips, how does that sound to you?
I think it sounds really nice, and I'd like to get some experience for some of the trips I'd like to take in the future, like Isle Royale.
And it is okay to do more than one trip a year. Like I did
Yeah.
both the Porkies and Sylvania last year. So I love that.
Right on. And Maggie, you said you prefer your bed in the cabin, right?
I do. My bed's really comfortable, and I don't know how I feel about sleeping on a sleeping bag on the ground.
And you know what? That's okay. That is A-okay. Beds are good, and I've led a lot of trips in my day of leading trips at Camp Nicolet, but it's always nice to come home to my doggy, who's right down here, and my bed.
Yeah.
Indeed. So what's coming up later this week? What are you guys excited about at camp? And then we'll tie things up for our first show here.
I'm excited about the Sunday activities.
Yeah, what is the Sunday activity this week? Do we know?
I'm not sure
No,
yet.
they never told us.
I heard it's a rumor that it's about Frozen. I heard. That's a rumor.
No, I thought we were going to watch that movie.
And then a Sunday activity about Frozen.
Really?
I thought.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Well, how are we going to do Frozen in the middle of summer? I mean, it was 85 degrees at camp today.
I don't know.
I'm sure they'll find a way. They're always really creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, like last year, I heard in the first session they did a live version of Clue.
Oh, yeah.
So there were giant dice, and they went around, they tried to figure out who did it. I don't know what it was, but...
We did do that. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Well, let's play one more song. You guys wanted, which song did you want?
Rude by Magic.
Right on, and this is a pretty new song, isn't it?
Yes.
And what radio station is it on?
Radio Northwoods.
Saturday morning.
That was Rude by Magic.
We're back on the show, our final segment tonight, with Amelia and Maggie and Edie, and we've made history tonight here at Camp Nicolet. The first 3 ladies, and about to talk with 3 more. Part 2 of the big show is coming up on our groundbreaking night in the Nicolet podcast studio. What do you think? Has it been fun?
Yeah,
Very
it's been
fun.
really
I agree.
awesome.
Pretty awesome. Is it kind of like being on Sirius XM Morning Mashup Hits One?
Exactly.
Definitely.
Pretty rad, huh?
Pretty cool
Yes.
setup here.
It's kind of what I was going for. Was a little morning mashup style feel, but I think they have more sound effects at their disposal than we do,
Just a couple more.
and more celebs too, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we can. Edie, will you line up a celeb interview for next time? Can you do that?
Sure.
Good. Who will you try to get if you had to pick a celeb?
Adam Levine.
Really? Do you like Adam Levine?
Yeah.
Well, hey, you know what? It's been really fun having you guys on the first show tonight. We've got another set of wonderful guests here who have been patiently waiting on the couch over there, and they're going to be coming up here shortly. And podcasting, if you loved it tonight.
It's been fun being here.
Has it been fun?
Very fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Good, good. Amelia, I hope you have a great week ahead. Thank you. Maggie, thank you for everything. And Edie, thank you too, okay?
Thanks for letting me be here.
Thank you.
thanks.
All right, let's get the other guys warmed up and ready to go. See you in a bit.